sound of wind howling, gentle rain. Mama Squirrel looked out from the hollow of their old oak tree, her whiskers twitching nervously. The sky, once a brilliant blue, was now a churning mass of dark, angry gray. A storm was coming, a big one. She chittered softly to her 3 little kits, huddled together in the nest of leaves and moss. Their tiny bodies trembled, not just from the cold, but from the deep, rumbling groans of the old tree. It had been their home for as long as she could remember, but lately its groans had turned into worrisome creaks. The wind howled, and a violent gust shook their branch, sending a shower of leaves and twigs into their cozy hollow. This was it. The old oak wasn't safe anymore. They had to leave now. "Quickly, my darlings, follow me," she chattered, her voice barely audible over the rising gale. One by one, they scampered out, their tiny claws scrabbling for purchase on the slick, wet bark. The wind tore at their fur, and the rain, now coming down in icy sheets, blinded them. Every shadow looked like a predator. Every gust of wind threatened to rip them from the branch. They were exposed, vulnerable, and utterly terrified. After what felt like an eternity of battling the storm, they stumbled upon a small opening at the base of a pile of rocks. It was a dark, damp burrow, smelling of wet earth and decay. Not ideal, but it was shelter from the relentless wind and rain. They huddled inside, shivering and miserable. The space was cramped, the floor was cold and muddy, and a constant, unnerving drip, drip, drip from the ceiling echoed in the darkness. Mama Squirrel tried to comfort her kits, but her heart was heavy. This wasn't a home. This was just a temporary escape from the storm. A cold, dark hole in the ground. She knew they couldn't stay here. There was no warmth, no comfort, no future in this place. As the storm raged on through the night, Mama Squirrel couldn't sleep. A strange feeling tugged at her, a flicker of hope, a gut instinct. It was faith. Faith that there was something better out there, a real home waiting for them. As the first light of dawn broke, painting the sky in soft shades of pink and orange, the storm finally subsided. She nudged her sleeping kits. "Wake up, little ones, we're moving." They were tired and hungry, but they trusted their mother. She led them out of the wretched burrow and into the fresh, rain-washed world. She didn't have a plan, just a feeling, a pull in a certain direction. She followed it. They scurried past fallen branches and giant puddles, her faith guiding every step, and then she saw it. Nestled between the roots of a giant, sturdy pine tree was a hollowed-out log. It was perfectly positioned, shielded from the wind and high off the damp ground. Sunlight streamed through a small opening at the top, illuminating a space that was dry, spacious, and filled with the comforting scent of pine. It was perfect, more than perfect. It was a haven. They scurried inside, their little hearts thumping with excitement. The kits immediately started to chase each other, their joyful chirps echoing in their new home. Mama Squirrel watched them, a profound sense of relief washing over her. They were safe, they were home. It was a home born not of luck, but of faith. The faith to leave a place that was no longer safe. The courage to endure the darkness, and the belief that somewhere, just beyond the storm, a warm, bright future was waiting. And right here in this sun-drenched, pine-scented log, their future had just begun.